Welcome to Strangest Strangers, a D&D actual play podcast. I am your DM, Carson Big C Burger. Now please, sit back, get comfortable, and prepare for the latest chapter of a grand and epic tale. A short recap after your small little adventure on the strange and endless road, during which you were you managed to barely get away from the strange apparition of the Headless Horseman, and also meet up with Dom, Jesus, and Cannibals. You soon found yourself back on the road to Last Bastion, and in a forest seemingly covered endlessly in bones. While you were traversing, you then caught the attention of some of the forest inhabitants, which were the following: a gnoll that appears to be cloaked in leather armor with a short sword and with a strange red symbol splashed in blood across his chest. You can't make out what the symbol is, though you get this basic sense of two wing-like parts spreading out from the middle of the chest. Next to and near the gnoll is what looks to be an undead gnoll, covered in rotting flesh and carrying a big, splintered, slightly rotting club. And then from behind you, you see two emaciated-looking humanoids with sharp teeth, carrying rusty-looking cleavers, and all of which are looking at you quite hungrily.
Spooky.
The gnoll, upon seeing you, cackles like the mad hyena beast that it is, raises its bloody short sword towards you and goes, "Food! Food for the Red One! Food for the Prince! Food for the tribe!" Roll for initiative.
16.
I suck.
I'm the one who has a -1 to initiative.
I got 7.
Everyone, say what you got and your character's name.
Nick's got a 6.
Jesus got a 1.
6.
Selena got a 16.
All right.
Callie,
Callie, what?
15.
All right. Oh, Dom, what'd you get?
7.
21.
All right.
We got a 21 and a 1. Okay.
Now, do the Seal Defenders also roll initiative?
They follow right.
They
They follow
follow
right
us.
behind. Yeah,
Right.
they.
So, Cannibals, you go first.
Wonderful. I'm gonna take my wonderful little crossbow and I'm gonna shoot that little ghoul over there.
What, the cannibal?
Yes, yeah, cannibal. Sorry,
The one to your left or the one to your right?
one to my left.
Okay.
Let's see, crossbow. That was an 8.
That misses. The crossbow, you load your crossbow, you take aim, you fire. The thing goes way over the cannibal's head without even needing to dodge. It looks at you, cackles, and starts waving its cleaver at you hungrily.
And then I'll use my second attack to use firebolt.
Okay.
24.
That hits. Roll for damage.
15.
All right. Okay.
And my shield defender won't be doing anything as I'm kind of on top of him.
Okay.
So, you know.
All right. Selena, you are next.
This is a bit of a different fuckery than I had planned, but still shenanigans none the same, I think. Okay.
Shenanigans. That means it's acceptable.
Okay. So, it's not zoomed in anymore, so I can't tell. How far away am I from the Witherling?
You are roughly about 15, 20 feet.
Okay, perfect. I won't be disadvantaged. Okay, then I am going to Chaos Bolt this motherfucker. But I'm also gonna twin spell it, so I'm also going to go for the gnoll here.
Okay.
So I have to make separate attacks for each.
Go ahead.
Actually, let me reread that.
Hey, Carson.
Hmm?
One of my reactions, I'm allowed to do damage to an enemy that does damage to someone around me in 30 feet that's not me.
Okay.
Am I able to use that before my turn?
Mm, I'll allow it.
Yeah. It's anytime the reaction stimulus.
Yes.
I thought so. Okay, just making sure.
Okay. So one is a dirty 20 and one is an 18.
Okay. This is versus what again? This is versus AC or versus what?
AC.
They both hit.
Okay. And then actually I'm gonna do that as a second level. Okay. Okay, so the one against the Witherling does 16 and then 23 points of we'll go psychic damage. That's for one of them. That's for the Witherling. And then oh shit, hell yeah, Chaos Bolt. I love it because I just rolled 2 the same on the D on the D8. So it is 8, 10, 12 points of cold damage. That was on the Gnoll.
Okay.
Now it jumps. All right, then it'll hit that, and now I have to make a new roll, which is 12. Does that hit?
That's versus AC.
Yeah.
That does not hit.
Damn. Okay. The one time. The one time.
So the Witherling and the Gnoll are both hit, correct?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
the Witherling took 23 damage.
Yes.
So the massive psychic power you harness from the realms beyond the minds of mortal men through the chaos bolt slam into the rotting bag of bones, and it shakes. Several pieces of it go chipped and flying off, including part of its lower jaw. But it still looks at you with a burning fire in its dead eye sockets, as if now it has a target for its ire. And as for the Gnoll, it took how much again?
12 points of cold damage.
12.
Yeah, of cold.
All right. You managed to with a chaos bolt redirected at the Gnoll. Black hoarfrost starts spreading across one of the Gnoll's arms, and it shrieks in agony as parts of its frozen flesh, start chipping off. But now it looks at you very hungrily, and more than a bit wrathfully as well.
Cool. And I'll look at it and say, "Bring it, fucker!" And then I flash it like the devil horns. Bring it.
Right. Now is one of the cannibals' turn. The cannibal to the right, and it moves 30 feet.
Towards Selena?
Yes.
Yeah. This tracks.
So none of them died yet?
Nope.
Okay.
And then the cannibal looks at Selena hungrily, shrieks "fresh meat," and proceeds to attack.
Okay.
Does a 17 hit?
Yes.
Okay.
The way you said that was very entertaining.
Oh well. I'm here. I live to entertain.
But Sinvis, just because I'm in control of the map, what's the name of your steel defender?
Cax. CAX.
All right. So that is 6 points of damage to Selena. The
Mm-hmm.
raises cleaver high, and you are unable to dodge in time as it slices a small bit of meat off your left arm,
Okay.
which it
Well.
then proceeds to catch and throw directly into its mouth.
Yummy.
All right. Okay.
But because it has multi-attack, it has one more attack.
Okay.
And that one misses. Enervated by the fresh meat is just devoured. It swings for you another attack, but this time its hunger and bloodlust blinded and falls short of slashing across the eyes.
I yell out, "Would you quit doing that?"
It yells back, "Fresh meat!"
um, I say to the rest of the group, "Hey guys, if we could get them so that they are on one side, I have something. I just don't want to catch any of you guys in it. So if we can back up as much as possible and have them on one side and us on the other, um, I've got a thing."
I can take it.
Okay.
If you need to hit me, I'll survive.
Callie, it is your move.
Cannibal that's attacking. And axe attack number 1 is a 16 to hit.
Which one are you attacking?
The cannibal that's in front of chopped off some
Oh, in front of the.
Flesh.
What'd you roll?
16 to hit.
That hits.
7 points of damage. My other hand axe would be 23 to hit.
It also hits.
That's another 9 points of damage. So 7 and 9 for damage.
Okay. So with your mighty hand axes in each hand and filled with the need for righteous vengeance for the piece of meat that Selena just lost from her left arm, you charge heroically towards the cannibal. You slice with the first attack, you slice off 3 of its left fingers, and it shrieks in pain as a bit of as dark and sludgy blood drips from its finger stumps. And with the other one, you manage to slice off part of its nose and its left ear.
And as bonus action, I want to rage.
Okay, you may rage.
Forgot about that. My turn.
Okay, so after drawing fresh or quote unquote fresh blood from this thing, the veins in your muscular arms and your neck pop up. You start seeing blood, literally and figuratively, and you are ready to wail some halfling vengeance upon this thing when next you are able to attack. All right. Okay. Now it is the Gnolls' turn. The Gnoll moves 10 feet closer in front of Selena and Jesus. And then it looks at you, looks down at its hoarfrost covered arm, looks back up at you, grins, and then opens its mouth as fire billows out from its maw.
Sure. Hit a tiefling with a fire. Do that.
Everyone, roll dexterity saving throw.
Shit.
Oh, that's fun.
I'll go with Goldies. 16.
17.
Is that what?
That's a
sorry,
5.
All right, who rolled? All right, so everyone who rolled below a 15, congratulations. Hang on a minute. 2, 11. Everyone who rolled below 15 takes 11 damage, and everyone who rolled above 15 takes about 5 damage.
Yeah, what kind of damage though?
Fire.
Okay,
Is
so
it a
that's
scratch?
actually 2.
Okay, you take 2
Nice.
damage.
Wah, wah.
I'm gonna use
That
Rebuke the
infernal-
Violent on him.
Hmm?
I'm gonna use Rebuke the Violent on him.
Okay.
I said rebuke the Bible.
I mean, that too.
Hold on. Make a Wisdom saving throw. You have to beat 14.
Okay. That fails.
take the full damage.
Okay.
I don't really. Yeah.
Which is what?
Well, am I? Depends who I could use it on. Like, 1 second.
In 1 second.
Faster.
Did anybody else fail that check?
I did.
Okay, well then I guess it would be 11.
Okay, takes 11 damage. As
Don't
the
know if
gnoll,
it matters, but it is radiant damage.
cackles from having burned having singed at least a good bit of hair and flesh off of all of you, minus Selena, who comes from a relatively unscathed. Jesus' eyes glow with holy retribution, and then the gnoll starts laughter turns to shrieks of pain as holy light comes from above and smashes into it like divine arrows, singeing its flesh. All right,
Good
and
job, Jesus.
Thanks.
and Dom, it is your turn.
Okay. I need to
Jesus, you're
zoom
my
in. I'm on my
hero.
phone.
Whoa.
I'm going to move forward to the cannibal in the middle if I can,
Okay.
and then just try and smack the shit out of it with my hammer.
I love that the way you phrase that. Very tactical.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I do.
Much
I am
planning.
an intelligent character. I'm gonna smack the shit out of it. First hit is 16.
16 to hit, that
I zoomed
hits.
it. Okay. Do you want me to roll damage for the first hit, or just see if my second hit first?
Just roll both and just see what happens.
Okay. Second is a natural 18. I'm gonna assume that also hits.
That does hit.
Okay. So is my D8. So the first one hits for 11. Second one hits for 10.
Okay. You can describe how it dies.
Oh snap!
Is the cannibals alive? It's not like undead, correct?
That's correct.
Okay. I'm just gonna take my hammer down on its head, knock it to the ground, and then a second time.
Right. The first hit smashes through its knees, and it goes down shrieking in pain, mate, and then its cries of utter silence as the last thing it sees is a hammer smashing into its skull. Brains and viscera and blood fly everywhere, a bit splattering on your face and your hammer, but you are victorious. It is now dead.
Sweet. I realized I was also looking at Elena's damage, so technically I did an extra 4 points of damage on each one, but it's moot.
It's dead.
Yeah, basically.
Extra dead now.
Okay, it is now
Dead.
it is now the Witherling's turn. Witherling moves closer to Selena.
Bring it on, bitch!
And then it still remembers the fact that you destroyed half its jaw, despite being undead, and moves to attack.
Okay.
Real quick, can I
And
have said that Elena came up alongside me as well?
oh, does a 12 hit you, by the way?
No, it does not.
Right.
Actually,
But I'm guessing a 19 does.
yeah, it does.
Okay. So first it tries to slash you with what remains of its jaw. That misses. Then it does an overhead swing with its club, which misses. But then you stumble and it hits with an underhand swing. And now roll for damage.
Eh.
And it gives you 3 points of damage.
Oh, then I get right up in its face and I yell, you're gonna have to do better than that.
In response, it goes because it can't speak.
Yeah, because I took its fucking jaw off.
Yeah, take that.
Also because it's not intelligent undead. All right, Nyx, you are up.
All right. I am going to attack the other cannibal.
The one further away.
Yeah, the one further away.
Okay.
Hold on. Let me 5, 10. Wait, hold on. Yeah, it's like 25 feet away from me. I just had to check. All right. I am going to throw a chromatic orb at it, and it's going to be lightning damage.
Fancy.
So, does a 4 hit?
That does not hit.
All right, never mind then. I think I have a bonus action, just because I'm gonna take the hide action.
Okay.
Okay, so I am now in sneak mode.
Maybe. You got to roll.
So well, that's my turn. That's my
Okay.
cunning action. I just immediately do I have to roll to take my hide action? Because I think it's just like a passive thing. I don't
Yeah,
know.
I think you just do it.
Click
Yeah.
on it.
It just happens.
Yeah. And then I guess Calamy, just while we were fighting them, just picks up a bone and like throws it at people because I forgot about my poor little beautiful dragon. So, and yeah, Calamy will just throw a bone at the cannibal I tried to attack.
Okay. Roll to attack.
Oh, the
Familiars
familiars
can
can't
attack.
attack.
The bone does nothing, and the cannibal then wonders where that came from because you vanished before its very eyes.
Magic.
I miserably failed. Woo.
All right. And speaking of which, it is
At least
now that very cannibal's turn. The cannibal looks around for the person who attacked it, can't see anything, then moves closer to the very tasty-looking gnome seated on the male defender.
Now.
It moves closer and proceeds to attack.
You can give you disadvantage.
All right. I'm guessing a 13 misses.
Correct.
All right. But I'm guessing a 19 hits.
Sadly.
Okay. All right. So the cannibal lops over towards you with his rusty cleaver ready and high. First attack, it misjudged the height of its intended victim and misses you, but then comes back around and slices a small little bit off your cheek, which then grabs and shoves it into your mouth, into its mouth.
My face.
And you take 6 points of damage.
Ow.
All right, and
Should have
last
been a
but
better artificer.
all right, and last but certainly not least, Jesus, is your turn.
How far away is the cannibal?
A good
Square-
several feet away. You
Less
are
than 30?
20,
more than
it's 20.
Alright, I'm gonna run up to it and smack the fuck out of it with my greatsword.
okay.
Yeah.
Roll to attack.
One second.
Tactics.
1 second. Alright, that's a 22.
Most certainly hits.
Alright. 1 second. 2d6s. That will be 11 damage, and then I'm going to use my Divine Smite.
Okay.
That will be 12 radiant damage. And then
Okay.
continue.
You get to describe how it dies.
Oh, okay. I'm just gonna grab my sword and cleave its head off. Easy way.
Yes, with a mighty shout and a cry to your god Lathander, your great sword comes down like an avenging angel of wrath and justice. And before it can even cry out, its head goes flying one direction, and a geyser of brackish black blood shoots out from the hole that its neck has now become, splattering everything in sight as the body drops to the ground and collapses bonelessly.
Nice.
Damn.
I was gonna do that.
And Cinnabis, it is your turn once again.
It's okay, little one.
So I'm gonna take a shot at the gnoll.
Okay.
Wrong character. Crossbow. 12.
That misses.
And then I'm gonna throw my dagger at it.
Okay.
25.
That hits.
8 points of damage. And as it strikes, I snap my fingers, and the dagger comes flying back because it's infused with return.
Okay. So,
And I grab the dagger; it doesn't hit me.
all right. So first, you aim down the nose of your crossbow, send a bolt flying. The gnoll, however, sees it coming, dodges out of the way, and starts cackling at you as if to mock your poor aiming skills, only to receive a flying dagger straight into his shoulder. It grunts in pain, but then that pain increases again once the dagger, with a squelch, pulls itself out and goes flying back into your waiting hand. All right, Selena, it is your turn.
Okay. Thinking here. Give me a second. I had to wait
1
to
second.
see. 10, 5 minutes. Okay.
Then-
Are the are they within 10 foot of each other?
They're right next to you.
I know, but it's kind of tiny, and I have a hard time seeing it. That's all.
Yeah, I'd say they were.
Okay. Then, if I move, will they get opportunity attacks on me?
Yes.
You know what? Fuck it. I am. Yeah, fuck it. I am going. All right. I am going to cast Shatter. And I think I'm going to cast it. Yeah, like right. Fuck it. I'm gonna do it centered on myself so it hits both of them.
Okay.
It might also hit Dom. I'm sorry.
Hey, God.
But are you really?
So
Carson.
If I need to,
Yeah.
I can cast shield.
Yeah. You have to make a Constitution saving throw.
I can't cast
And-
shield for that.
Yeah, and you got to beat a 16.
Do I have to roll for it too?
14.
I don't.
It's 10
I don't.
It's within 10 feet of you, right?
Yeah. One,
Because
5, 10.
I'll have
Yeah.
to roll.
Anybody within
Yes, you have
10
to roll
feet.
for it.
Yeah.
Anybody
So
within 10 feet.
Callie, you're gonna have to roll 2, and so will Elena.
Oh yeah.
Hey, Carson, I just wanted to say, we forgot to have the goal do an opportunity attack on me.
Right. That'll be rectified.
Okay.
What are we trying to beat, Selena? Is it like a wisdom throw or something?
It's a Constitution saving throw. You got to beat a 16.
Okay,
Okay.
well I have an 18. I just wanted to know what to add.
Just hits.
This is for the monsters as well.
Yeah.
Okay, the Gnoll fails, and surprisingly, 16. You said
Yeah.
the Witherling succeeds.
Okay. Well, anyone that failed takes full damage. Anyone that was successful takes half damage. So
Okay.
let me see. Oh wow, I rolled really well too.
Hey, thanks.
That is. Sorry.
Me and Elena fail.
That's 22 points of thunder damage, halved to 11 for those that succeeded.
Okay.
And sorry for anyone that took the full 22. I don't have careful spell.
Okay. Though the Witherling managed to stave off getting full damage, it does appear to be on its last legs, as most of its rotting, bony body seems to be slowly disintegrating. And the Gnoll has just lost one of its eyes, and a good portion of its left hand has been blown off.
Cool. Then I'm gonna quicken spell and who looks the most hurt?
You said 22 points of damage?
Yes, thunder damage.
So Elena's down to 4, but I can easily fix that by just casting a shit ton of mending later. And I'm down to 23.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. It's only
Right.
almost half.
Sorry, I told y'all. Nobody listened and wanted to get away, but okay.
I wasn't
Must have someone
expecting
listening.
saving throw.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna quicken spell and cast Sword Burst. Oh, actually, hold on. Let me reread quicken spell. Yeah, because it is. Yep. Okay, I can do that. So that's gonna be my bonus action, and so yeah, fuck, where? So anybody within 5 feet of me has to succeed on a dex saving throw.
Okay. See, the Witherling fails that one, and the Gnoll. What do they have to succeed on again?
It's a dex saving throw.
And what number?
16.
The Gnoll fails as well.
Okay, so they're just gonna take 7 points force damage. Excuse me.
Describe how the Witherling is destroyed.
So Selena has been hit a couple times. She's been a little frustrated, so she's a little bloody, and all you see is her having cast. What did she cast? Shatter. So there was this loud ringing noise, and then she really quick. All of a sudden, these swords, like these spectral blades, just sweeping around her, and like they go in circles, and they just go, then they go and flee, and they get rushed out, and yeah, so these spectral blades just absolutely, I think one decapitates them. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that spell.
Oh yeah.
So then, what remains of the Gnoll's Witherling's undead body collapses in a heap of bone dust, and the Gnoll seems to be on his last leg as well, as it just lost part of its snout and one of its ears.
Only one.
Okay. And then I say, take that, motherfucker. And that's my turn.
All right. Callie, it is your move.
All left on the board.
Huh?
I'm guessing. There's only one guy left on the board, I guess.
Yeah.
Which one died? The Witherling and the Gnoll?
The Witherling.
Witherling.
Okay, sorry.
Number one is Dirty 20.
That hits.
Attack number 2 is a 18.
What was the second one?
It's 19.
They both hit.
First 7 points of damage. Second
Just-
one is
Describe how the gnoll dies.
okay. I just take both my hand axes and leap through the air and cleave both of them down through his chest, knocking him onto the ground on the top of him.
So as both axes collide into the gnoll's chest, it spits out a great deal of red blood upon your face. Even as it's dying, it actually still grins. It goes, "You're going to die out here, fresh meat." Lets loose one last hyena-like howl, screams, "For the prince!" and then collapses dead.
For the horde.
That's what I was thinking.
Nerd.
Damn right.
Yep.
And you have,
Nerd. We're all
and
nerds.
congratulations, you have all won the encounter.
Yay!
Ace hurts.
All right. What do the rest of you wish to do?
Take one of their heads.
Okay,
Check
which
and see if
head
they've
do you
got anything.
which head do you wish to take?
How big is the Gnolls head?
Gnolls are on
Yes.
average about well over 6 to 7 feet tall, so it's not small.
I'm just gonna take some rope and strap it to my back.
Can I have the other half?
I'll be right back still.
You're,
No.
you're strapping the
I'm just I'm
You're
just
strapping
kidding.
the
We were
whole-
we were in another campaign together and we split a skull in half because we both wanted a skull. It's just a joke.
Well, you won't give me the hat, so no.
you're strapped the entire knoll to your back, or just the head?
The head. I cut off the head
Okay.
and strap it to my back.
So as you cut off the head on close examination, you do note that the gnoll's eyes seem to be slightly slitted like a reptile. So now they are glassed over and quite dead. And even around his jaw seem to be dotted with what appear to be a few red scales, which you then proceed to strap to the back of your back, as paladins are wont to do.
You never know when you need a skull.
Okay, what do the rest of you wish to do?
Can I look around, like, to see where they came from? Is there, like, a den of them somewhere nearby, or...
Roll perception.
Oh boy, okay. Yeah, that would make sense. Ooh, okay. Hold up. Let me decide which dice won't hate me. Alright. 17.
You get a vague sense they must have come from deep within the woods, and as you look around, you then hear far off in the distance answering howls to the one you just killed had sent out, and these seem to be a great deal more than what you just fought here.
Well, shit.
Yeah, I tell the group, more are coming. We need to get out of here fast. Think that
Sounds
was
good.
a call for help. Do any of us have...
A nice welcome call.
I have dodge, but I mean, actually, never mind. That was stupid. I don't know why I said that.
So
We need... can I take out my compass and see if my compass is working again?
you may.
Okay, then I take it out of my pack and
It blows up in your face.
I hope not.
Okay, first off, it does not do that. Second off, it is no longer spinning around wildly. It is still spinning a bit, but it seems to be more stable, and north does seem to be still north.
Okay. All right. Then I guess we follow the yellow brick road. We just go north.
Real
I-
quick, while we're getting to do stuff, I cast Mending on Elena real quick just to heal her up a little bit.
Okay. Some of the dents it took from the earlier force explosion start ironing themselves out, and she looks almost back to fighting shape. Not entirely, but she's stable.
She's a half now.
Oh, and while we're talking about that, I just kind of say to everybody that took damage from me, look, I'm sorry. Okay, I had a plan. The plan did not work out. They did not clump together how I wished. I did the only thing I thought possible. I am sorry for the collateral damage that was you.
Hey, it was a great plan. I didn't move. You'd warned me.
The howls
I
seem
know
to be
how
getting
magic
a little.
works.
The howls seem to be getting a little closer now, and they are getting quite loud.
Let's jet. Let's go.
So as you all dash off towards the direction of what you think might be Last Bastion located, you hear more howls coming behind you. But they don't seem to be following you. Although a minute later, you do hear howls of what appear to be bloodthirsty rage, and a bit of sorrow as well.
They just lost one of their friends.
It's okay. Now they got fresh meat back there.
That is true. We fed them. They should be thanking us.
A moment later, you
Exactly.
all do hear the sounds of flesh being torn up from bone. But that
Oh,
soon
that's
fades.
gruesome and all.
That doesn't
That-
sound good.
That just ain't right.
As the smell of fire drifts slightly towards your nostrils, the sounds die away as you all keep running.
Ew, barbecue.
Just keep running, just keep running, just keep running.
They're just making pocket bacon for themselves.
Exactly.
Kentucky Fried Knoll.
With all 11 herbs and spices.
So you all keep running for a good while, eager to not draw any more attention to yourselves in this forest of bones. Up above in the trees, the hung bodies that do not appear to be entirely sedate moan as the breeze knocks them about on their ropes, so they dingle from by their necks. And overhead, you start seeing night is beginning to fall a bit. Do you wish to continue on or stop for the night?
If we can take a long rest, that would be great. I mean, if
Can we
it's
afford to
safe.
with all these?
I think we should keep going.
All right. I mean, if we
Onward.
can get... Okay.
Spell
Don't
slots
matter.
don't matter if we're dead.
All right. Just want it on record that if shit goes down where we were going, I don't know, but okay.
All right.
If shit goes down, I can outrun you on this thing.
That doesn't help me much now, does it? 'Cause-
And if shit goes down, I'm really good at hiding.
He can run faster scared
Right.
than I can mad.
So the wane sun dips below the horizon. Night falls over this forest of bones and death. Roll perception.
Yes.
All of us.
I got a nat 1.
You see
too.
nothing but the nose in front of your face. In fact, you don't even see the nose in front of your
20.
face. And Nix, who rolled 1, you slam into a tree.
I
20?
suck at being.
Not
Wait,
20,
it's because
so
of the
22.
sunlight. I'm a drow. I just couldn't see because of the sun.
You roll into a tree and you take about 2 damage.
Awesome.
And you are stunned. As you all are running, a thought suddenly comes to you that one of your companions seems to be missing. You look around, and Morgwen is not in sight. And Selena, a minute later, a familiar voice speaks in your ear and says, "Let's face it, Frosty bitch, this was always meant to be." You look upon your right shoulder, and hovering on your over said shoulder is a familiar devilish figure. And then on your left shoulder, you hear another voice going, "Oh, I say, that wasn't very kind of you at all, fellies." On your left shoulder is a familiar winged figure.
Selena looks from her shoulder to her other shoulder, and she kind of looks around, Where the fuck did Morgwen go? Why? Okay, explain.
As you're running, Rael shakes his wings as a version of shaking his head and says, "We don't know. 1 minute he was there, then there was a flash of red, and he was gone."
Ah, what? This doesn't. This doesn't bode well. How?
Felly's,
I was just gonna say. I thought you were attached to him. Does this mean he's dead?
Felly shrugs and says, "Dead, alive, semi-conscious, drunk in a pile of his own puke. Who knows? Who cares? But you, me, and the winged bastard over here. Now we are a winning team. Let's do this."
All right. Well, high fives. High fives. One hand like in front of fellas and one in front of Royale. I know y'all are incorporeal, but come on, it's the thought that counts.
All right. So who rolled a nat 20 on the perception check earlier as you're still running through the forest? Sinbis?
Oh, I did too.
All right. Sinbis and
Virtual high
Selena.
five.
Hell yeah! Woo!
All right. Sinbis and Selena. Even though you are now arguing with your new unwanted passengers, you do notice light ahead, shining through the forest, and it does not seem to be and you are getting closer to it.
Oh shit! Sorry, I'll edit
Over
that
there.
out. Okay. He said light.
Light or firelight?
I just said light.
What seems to be light from many, many torches.
And to quote my favorite book, there's a light over there.
See, I was thinking Rocky Horror Picture Show. There's a light.
I was thinking the
over at the
hobbits.
Frankenstein
I was thinking the hobbits when they see the trolls fire.
Yeah, that's good too.
I don't
But
think you understand. I've read the book like 100 times. It's all-time favorite.
yeah, I've read them too. But
And
I read
anyway,
them in 5th grade. Does that
meanwhile,
count?
the sun has fully set. Night is upon you all, and you notice beneath your feet that the ground is starting to become a bit cleaned of bones and echoing into a path. And you see this before you. The path is flanked on our side by hooded statues holding well lit lanterns, and it goes up into what appears to be a small forest mountain, dotted on all sides with what seem to be buildings, at the top of which is crowned a imposing-looking castle.
oh, I guess that's where we're going. This seems like the kind of bullshit that we'd be getting into right about now. Onward.
Ba-ba-ba.
Let's go.
All right.
Onward we ride. Oh wait, no, you guys walk. I'm riding.
Kelly jumps on the back of your steel defender with you.
It's not that big.
Neither am I. I'm a halfling.
I'll walk over, pick up Callie and around Elena.
I push you off.
Two of us can fit on a tabby cat.
Kidding me? I could fit on a snail.
Well, I start checking my hat.
Okay.
So just because I want to see like what's up with it now that we're calmed down.
The hat doesn't seem to be anything out of the ordinary, aside from the one of the bells shaped like a skull. It seems like a normal Hawkins hat. Though you do make note of the fact that the bells are made out of what appear to be copper.
Interesting. Can I take a closer look at the skull one? Should I make a investigation check or something?
If you wish.
Well, I mean, I already removed the bells out of them, so I can be stealthy. I got a dirty 20.
The skull bell seems to be actually surprisingly well crafted. It looks, if it wasn't made of copper and so small, you would swear it would be a real skull. It is very intricately detailed, even down to the last tooth and crack and crease on the cranium part as well.
Awesome. I I think. Do you mind if I make another check, an Arcana check?
Go ahead.
I suck at Arcana. I got a 10.
You get the vaguest sense that there's more to this hat than meets the eye, but you can't really tell exactly what it does. And as you're examining it, you feel a familiar presence. And Peeves, a hat on the head is worth one in the hand. A hat in the hand is worth none on the head.
So helpful, Peeves. You're so helpful.
Are
but
you
this
really
good
like-
fellow.
I just put it back on my head before Jesus tries to steal it.
But this puckish fellow is ever at your humble service, my lady. Ready to serve, ready to laugh, ready to make you cry, and ready, well, to make you laugh.
Do you know who that little girl was?
What child of which you speak? I know not.
The one that gave me the hat.
Many things I may indeed know, but other things I don't know. Well, all I can say is no.
Thanks.
He definitely talks in circles, this one. At least the little devil, at least he says exactly what he means.
Yeah, Peeves, I thought you were supposed to be helpful. You said that you would help me.
Here to help you laugh, here to help you cry, here to always obey orders, but never for you to ask why.
Mm.
Good point.
So,
all right, well, thank you.
most welcome.
guess.
Most welcome. My services to you are great, and if not so great, then of my leave I doth shall take. He bows and vanishes into ethereal mist.
Cool.
Can they do that?
He's a ghost. Does what he wants.
So, as you all are walking and arguing with ghosts and harlequins and small devils upon your shoulder upon the road, you do make note as you get closer that that does not seem to be anyone about at this late hour, which is unusual for any towns. Roll perception.
Another one.
9.
To anyone who rolled above a 1, you suddenly hear a great and multitude of low growling and hissing, and any part of the town that is not lit up by what little torchlight there is, you see glowing red eyes all around you, and a low chanting of meat, 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 meat.
Oh.
Got an idea.
I roll for stealth.
What?
Yeah, I agree with the whole stealth check.
Natural 20, 28.
Yeah, I want to go in a stealth check too.
Okay.
If we're all well, no. Okay, you know what? I'll stealth too, I guess. Until
I'm
we
not
can
stealthy,
see
but
better.
I'm gonna cast invisibility on myself.
I got a 22.
I'll
But
try it, but I
that's-
have a -1.
I got a nat 20 plus 8, so 28.
Nat 20.
Awesome.
The
Fuck yeah.
paladin with a giant fucking thing on his back is sneaking.
A 19.
Who got the
Yeah,
negative
heavy armor,
1?
You might have disadvantage.
Still passes. Who rolled a negative 1 again?
Nobody.
Didn't-
So everyone
Jesus
rolled.
just said that he had a less
Oh, yeah.
negative one.
Yeah, his
Okay.
his
Yep,
modifiers.
sorry.
Right. So everyone rolled above 15.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I just went
Oh, yeah.
invisible instead.
Okay.
Yeah, well, it doesn't make you quiet.
So,
Sure.
assuming you all stand stock still, the red eyes come into view, and there are ghouls everywhere. Where did meat go? Where did they go? Where find it? Yes, presence. Yes, we shall find the meat. We shall find the meat. We shall feast. They start sniffing around, but for the moment, you all are perfectly somehow still and unseen to them all.
Are they all grouped together?
Yeah. Yes. From what you can see, there are about 20 or 30 of them.
Okay. So I'm gonna say I'm gonna whisper to my compatriots. I need you guys to run. I will be right behind you, but first I gotta do something. And I wait for them to run like towards the Last Bastion or wherever.
You
The
are
city.
already within the town, but you are
Oh.
on the main road winds through the town and all the way up to the castle.
Okay, and there's nobody else out there. Okay, then just stay behind me, I guess. Or
Oh, boy.
run to safety. One of the two, either way. And I'm going to cast tidal wave in their direction. Not the party's direction, but in the creature's
Yeah.
direction.
Kind of got that part.
So we should stay in front of you.
It was implied.
Because being
So much
behind
for
you
stealth.
would not be a good idea.
No,
Okay.
because I'm doing it in front of me. Towards
I know,
them.
I'm just oh, okay. Okay. Sorry, I was
So much for stealth.
Fuck all these
Well,
people I'm with.
That's
Gotta
why
look
I'm
at
telling
them
y'all to
and look at
move.
the fools.
All right, so
well,
Roll.
if
roll.
I'm
Telling y'all to move.
you, like, so then there's gonna be a bunch of water in our way.
Well, no, okay. The way that it's set. All right, let me read y'all the description.
I'll get it.
Um, It says you conjure up a wave of water that crashes down on an area within range. The area can be up to 30 feet long, up to 10 feet wide, and up to 10 feet tall. Each creature in that area must make a dex saving throw. On a failure, each creature takes 48 bludgeoning damage and is knocked prone. On a successful save, creature takes half as much damage and isn't knocked prone. Water then spreads out across the ground in all directions, extinguishing unprotected flames within 30 feet of it, and then vanishes. So
Yeah, I know. I just meant that you're casting it towards where we have to go.
I thought they
Like,
were.
every person we cast it behind you. 'cause
You
aren't
are
they
surrounded
behind us?
on all sides by ghouls.
Oh, we're surrounded. I thought they were like barring our way. I thought they were
Shit.
barring our way. Okay, then I'm not gonna cast Tidal Wave because that. I asked if they were all grouped together.
They
Not
are.
around
They're
me.
all surrounded around you. But
Yeah,
for the moment, they can't
I
see you
could
because you are
cast
all.
darkness, but I don't think that would help us very much.
yeah.
I could cast it on.
I could do
Um,
calm emotions.
I'm
Go
gonna
ahead.
All right, fuck it. Yeah.
I mean, we're still sneaky. We can try to keep sneaking into the city.
You'll have to
Until
roll
they see us.
successive stealth checks for each movement you make.
Okay.
Can I do something to try and help us?
Go ahead.
I'm just gonna pat Elena on the head and then just make her start roaring and running off in the opposite direction of us. And just
Can I
see
get
how
off her
many
first?
she can get to just get away from us.
Okay. Roll a flat d20.
Okay.
Callie wants to get off of her first.
18. Oh yeah.
With a whispered word of encouragement to your loyal Iron Defender, you send her running
Look,
back-
Kelly, I'm just kidding.
back through the thong of ghouls behind you. All of you roll stealth again. Elaine, so the ghouls, some ghouls start falling after her, but the rest sniff the and goes, "No meat, just metal."
Damn it.
Yeah,
14.
That'd be a nat
18.
1 for
22.
I
Okay.
gotta-
Right. So everyone who rolled below a 15.
I got a 15.
I got a 5, but am I still invisible? Do I get like advantage for that?
The Gnolls keep sniffing the air, and then all of a sudden their eyes all go quite wide. Their teeth get bared, and they look right at everyone who's no longer hiding and say one word.
I
Me.
guess.
Wait.
You went silent, but I'm assuming it was meat.
Yes, it was. They all start
You guys are so
edging
good at
towards
this
you.
game.
They all start edging closely towards all of you. Meat, 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 meat.
Gloria.
Is there like a rock nearby me that I could grab?
There are stones on the ground.
Can I pick one up and make it just like smell like me and just chuck that?
If you wish.
Trying to do something.
I cast minor illusion behind the group of ghouls, and the sound of "Hey, over here!"
The ghouls all perk up, and like a tidal wave of desiccated flesh and cannibalism start going towards both the stone that smells like meat, which Dom threw away, and towards the repeating illusion of "Hey, over here! Hey, over here! Hey, over here!"
Hey, listen.
Hey, listen.
Hey, listen!
Calm down, Navi.
You now have a small window of which to, well, in layman's terms,
Run.
get the hell out of there. Yes, run.
All right, let's go.
As soon as Callie sees us like
Oh.
parting bolts.
All right, so as you all start racing into the town, you hear the ghouls catch up to the rock. Says, "No meat, just stone. Meat is fleeing after them." And a whole tidal wave of ghouls are like parkouring off of buildings, just running and like a gremlin swarm, all falling behind you.
Okay, so there are no longer gnolls in front of us, right? It's just behind us, right?
Yes, very
Okay.
a great deal of them.
Then
Feel like there's a tidal wave coming.
and there is, because Selena, she turns around while the others are running, and she she casts tidal wave. The full however long the alley is or the street is, if it's 30 feet or less, whatever, covers up the entire thing, and or no, 10 feet wide. I messed up. And it's also 10 feet tall, and they all have to succeed on a dex saving throw.
All right, since they are a group, I will do a just do a bulk roll for all of them.
Okay.
All right,
Beat a 16.
second. Cool. It has to be a dex saving throw.
Yes.
Okay. Let's see what we got here. They all succeed.
Okay, well, they still take half damage, so we'll see. Well, that could have been better. 13, so half of that.
Um,
So they all
Just-
so
sorry.
all
Continue.
right. The tidal wave bursts forth from your hands in a sorceress wave of power. The ones in front go down, and as the smell of salt water fills the air, so the ghouls directly in the blast radius, all tumble down, now smelling of salt. Several ghouls stay back and start devouring their own brethren, while the rest jump over and around and through them and still keep after you. You kept several from chasing you, but more are filling the gaps.
I cast web towards the mass of them. It's
Okay.
I was
a 20
going to
foot
say
cone.
that I'm going to cast darkness towards them so they can't see us.
Okay.
Do you want me to read that to you, or you know what it does?
Give me a second.
I'm gonna cast keep running away.
I'm gonna cast book it.
I don't think I need a roll for it. I think it just happens.
All right.
That's my only question, because there's no hit DC or anything.
Yeah, it's just it just
Yes.
happened.
Yeah,
Mhm.
but it's only 15 feet wide, just like the tidal wave.
15-foot radius, so it's 30 foot altogether.
It's just like a small little circle fills up
That's it.
with darkness. That's about it.
Well,
Too
yeah,
bad for night
if you
creatures.
choose a circle, I think.
Yeah.
It's magical darkness.
You guys, okay.
I just didn't hear what you said. What'd you say?
Magical darkness spreads from a point you choose.
Yeah, it's a sphere. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
meant from a 15-foot radius sphere.
Sphere.
Okay. And I could put it on an object, but I'm just throwing it like behind us.
All right. You hear several
Sorry.
ghouls scream in rage and confusion as they stop running because they can't see where they're going now, but more go around the sphere and keep hurtling after you. As you're running, you then seem to be running close towards a what appears to be a tavern with a sign swinging from it. The ghouls are getting closer and closer. All of a sudden, out from the tavern appears a man dressed in plate armor with a clutch of Morningstar in his hands. He looks at the symbol before you, spits to the side, raises what appears to be a holy symbol, and says the following: "By the infernal graces of Zaphod and Azazel, rulers of the fourth layer of hell, back to the shadows, you infernal beasts!" And fire rains out of the holy symbol, smashed into the ghouls behind you, and the ghouls all head to a complete stop, cower before him, cower away, hiss, and then retreat into the night, leaving you all safe for the moment. He then lowers his glowing holy symbol, looks at you, spits to the side again, and goes, "Let's not go home. Hold the little bastards back for long. Get him. You want to live." And then he stomps back into the tavern.
I follow him, but as I'm following him, I say to the rest of the party, "I gotta get me one of those."
I want to get me as a
Make it
drink.
a double.
Jesus, why can't you do that?
No words.
So
Because he doesn't have a cool hat. I'm just kidding.
as you approach, you make note that the tavern, which seems to be about 2 stories tall, the sign hanging from it is a very crudely drawn thing. You can't make out what the picture is, but the words are clear enough. It says "Saint Spit."
Oh, that's a beautiful name for a tavern, an inn. All
I'll
right.
take the largest serving, whatever you got that's strongest.
The interior is
coming right up. I'm just kidding.
Brings him a little.
allowing me to continue. The interior is a single long room. The ceiling is sagging, the walls are warped, and a bar runs the entire length. There are a few wobbly tables with mismatched chairs in the open space, and a few bar stools by the bar. One or two of the tables are currently occupied by weary-looking occupants nursing their single flagons of beer or small wooden bowls of what seems to be soup. The man in armor hangs his morning star on a rack behind the bar and walks behind the bar and just starts casually wiping it down.
I go up to the bar and jump up on one of the stools and order the biggest drink I can.
The bartender looks at you, and you make a slight note of the fact that he's heterochromatic. One eye is a deep icy blue, the other eye is a fiery red, while his hair one is split down the middle in regards to color. On the right side, it is a pure bone frosty white, and the left side is a pure fiery bloody red. He looks at you and he goes, 10 gold.
Done.
He picks up one of the coins, looks at it, bites it, then squirrels the rest of it away, and then he takes out a flagon that looks relatively clean, pours what seems to be ale, slides it your way.
So he's Todoroki.
I try to down the whole thing.
The ale is quite watery but palatable.
It's water.
Yeah.
It is 0.0000001% alcohol.
1 proof.
He looks at the rest of you and goes, "If you're not going to buy food or drink or a room, then get the fuck out."
Hey.
You got something stronger?
I motioned to Selena for her flask.
Well, I'll have a fucking water.
Snake my
Remember,
flask.
Thank you very much.
Borderline alcoholic.
And I slide into the into one of the bar stools. I Yeah. As I do that, I hand Nyx the flask, and I just look at him and say, thank you for
Should
saving
we
us
do
back
sleight
there.
of hand? Sorry.
No, I just this is I'm asserting dominance here over him. Yeah. So just say, thank you for saving us back there. We would need rooms for the night.
He
Yeah,
looks at
I'm
he,
asking, should I make a sleight of hand for you giving me the flask? Because I'm
No,
trying to.
I'm looking
There's-
him directly in the eye as I'm doing it. This is me asserting
Okay.
dominance over him.
All right. Sorry.
he looks back at you unflinching, and he doesn't seem to be too impressed by your attempt to assert dominance. He narrows his mismatched eye and goes, "If you want a room, that's 40 gold a night."
And we can't bargain this down somehow? Is there we have two capable artificers here that can, if there's anything that needs fixing, or maybe, I mean, you called to some deities that
One
are hellions.
Yeah,
I don't know.
capable.
one capable artificer, one subpar. The smaller one's the good one.
They're both equally good. They just
only the
have
small ones, so.
confidence issues here, I guess. But my point is, maybe we can do something in return. Something you need help with. Or maybe there's a kinship here. I mean, you called to people that are deities that are ruling over hells, and my
Azazel and
ancestors.
Zaphon, the rulers of the fourth hell.
Cool. Well, my ancestors, I think, are, I don't know.
Wink,
What do
wink.
they say about tieflings? I mean, and she swishes her tail too.
Do you
I
swear
mean, I've
allegiance
heard the
to
drow are pretty close to hell too.
Do you swear allegiance to the 9 hells?
I mean,
There's
I don't
I'm
9? I
closer,
thought there
swear.
were
I'm closer to
more.
hell than all of you.
I don't swear allegiance to anybody but myself.
There's 9? I thought there were more.
This
He
isn't
looks
going
at
too
you
well.
as if slightly disappointed, shakes his head, and goes, if your two gear workers want to repair some of the things, that's on them. My prices are non-negotiable.
Hmm.
You're welcome to try brave the streets at night, but that's on you.
No, I'm good.
2 rooms, one for the guys, one for the girls.
Can all just
Yeah.
pile in one room. I don't care. I'll sleep on the floor if I have to. I'm
I
cool
don't
with it.
care either.
He then holds out a hand. Money first, 40 per room.
Hmm.
I dropped
Can we
40 in
get
his.
a bulk discount?
Oh, we
Since we're
had that.
getting 2 rooms.
I forgot we had that money. Yeah, fuck it. Sure, fine. I slide him 40. I totally forgot that we had the pouch of gold coins.
He looks
here. Yeah, so-
he runs the gold through his hands, then nods and goes, the rooms are down the hall. If you make a mess, that you have to pay extra.
So, did we get 1 room or 2? Because I think Callie gave him some.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Okay.
gave
we
him
got
40,
Yeah,
so
I'm
we got
fine
2
with- I'm
rooms.
fine
One
with
for
2
guys,
rooms,
one for
whatever.
girls.
Thank you for your patronage. Do any of you else wish to eat or drink something?
You got something stronger than what you gave me before?
Supplies are a little tight at the moment. I can offer you more of the same, or I can offer you wine.
2 per
Wine it
quarter
is.
instead of 1.
You asked for wine, you said?
Yeah, as I hold out my flagon.
He reaches under the bar, holds up a green bottle, and just pours you into a bit. And then he says, 10 gold.
I fork it over.
He scrolls it away.
And I down it.
This wine tastes vinegary.
I'm just enjoying Selena's flask.
He eyes the disrespect you have towards his establishment as you drink from your own supply.
I take another drink.
Yeah,
As I eye
and
him back.
and
I tried.
I say to Nyx, you know, if he had cut a deal on, I'm doing like the terrible theater whisper thing. If he had cut us a deal on the rooms, I might have purchased some food, but can I have a hit off
Can I
that?
pick?
Since you are still right in front of him, he hears everything you say and goes,
That was my
"Well,
point.
sucks to be. Well, that's your loss."
Can I
Uh,
pocket the flask off of them?
I just
I-
let him have some. He doesn't have to try to steal it. I'm just like, hey,
yeah,
some.
and I look at what Simbus was drinking, and I say, yeah, it doesn't seem like it's my loss. And then I grab the flask and take a hit off of it. Guy's a dick, guys.
As I said, you're welcome to try your fortunes elsewhere. But I wouldn't recommend going out at night. The ghosts and ghouls tend to haunt the streets.
We already paid for the rooms.
Then, unless you wish anything else of me, I suggest you turn in for the night.
Agreed.
Unless you do wish to understand the wisdoms of the hells, then I will probably offer you a discount.
When you say
I'm up for the
understand,
knowledge.
yeah, I'm cool with hearing about it. I just don't want to swear any allegiance to anybody.
We are at an impasse. Good night.
Okay, then. Well, I'll march up to my room and I say, well, he's a happy fella.
When we get to the
Can
room, I bust out
I
some
do a history
food
check to
ration.
see how much I know?
About what?
The hells.
That would be
Like,
more
see if I
of
can
a
trade more information.
arcana and arcana check of sorts.
That's fine. It's the same modifier
Alright.
for me.
Go ahead.
Oh, fuck me. I'm just gonna roll a different one.
Shit.
17.
You remember during your magical training as artificer, you do remember coming across a tome that described several of the other planes in some detail, not great detail, but there are things that some people are not meant to know. And you do recall reading that one of the layers of hell are ruled by the merry devils Zaphon and Azazel.
Trying to think of what I could say to him.
One is known as Fiery Heart. One is known as Icy Mind. The two seem interchanged, and they do take great pleasure in supposedly punishing wicked souls, and are as equal in their matrimony as they are in their wickedness.
I'll go to the barkeeper and just say, is there any wicked souls that you know of around here that need punished in the demon lord's honor?
He noses your gaff at mentioning demon, and he spits to the side. I do not worship demon filth. I worship the glory of the devils.
Sorry, the devil lords. Slip of the
He has,
tongue.
he has not forgotten the slip of your tongue, and he seems slightly offended that you even mentioned such a dirty word in his presence. But he looks around and goes, "Entire town is damned anyway. It matters not." He then takes a what seems to be a sort of red root-like thing, pops in his mouth, and just starts chewing.
Also, throw my hands up and say, you have a good night then. Walk off to my room. Spurner my breath. Well, shit.
Okay, so do you all wish to bed down for the evening?
Yeah, before Dom started all that, I guess I'll go upstairs too, or like while he's trying that. I don't know. Yeah, Nyx will just go upstairs.
All right. As you all head to your respective rooms and start bedding down for the night, a few hours pass, and then all of a sudden, from outside, you hear what appears to be low and horrible-sounding moans that seem unearthly and very terrifying. Moments later, these are taken over by the sound of horrendous bone-shattering, terrified screams, like the screams of the damned, the screams of someone who just seen someone so horrifying, and then it cuts off abruptly. This happens a few times during the night, so you try to get what sleep you can find.
Yikes.
Morning breaks. Go on.
Can I say real quick, overnight, I'm going to rebuild Elena.
Oh, if you wish.
It's just a long rest action.
Okay. Alice, you hear a slight scratching outside your door, and during the night you open it to see Elena sitting there patiently, having somehow escaped the ghouls during the night and has returned to you as the loyal seal defender that she is.
Oh, I just meant like rebuild her completely. I fully expected her to die when I sent her off.
There are a few scratches and dents on her steel frame, but she has weathered the ghoul storm quite ably.
Sweet, Sincat.
Go, Elena.
The screams and moans eventually die down for the night, and the sort of sickly rays of the morning sun sort of glimmer in past the bolted windows. And it is now morning. What do you wish to do?
Curse the sunlight.
Find a place with stronger drink.
Yeah, go downstairs and ask the guy, the barkeep. So that screaming in the night, is that normal occurrence here, or is it special just for us?
I feel like I can guess the answer.
He looks at you all for a minute, and then with an arched eyebrow and goes, "You're not from around here, are you?"
Gave it away.
Yeah. What Simba said. What gave that away? Was it the fact that we were out there at night and almost died?
Perhaps, or perhaps you're just foolhardy fools.
There might be a little bit of that too, honestly.
Only when I drink too much.
He starts polishing a glass and just goes, "Those would be the ghosts. They've been haunting the town for quite a while. Any poor bastard unlucky enough to come across them, well, you can guess the results."
Yeah. We almost were those results. All right.
The ghouls would have been a kinder fate.
Then what was outside?
Those were the ghosts. 2 ghosts that have been haunting the streets for who knows how long. Any poor bastard lucky enough to come across them, they don't die quick.
Oh. So you've got multiple problems here. Okay.
Welcome to Last Bastion. He flashed you a very disingenuous smile, spits, and then goes back to cleaning his
Yeah, while he's doing that, I'm gonna say one more question.
What?
Okay, you can be a little bit nicer, but yeah, where's your lord? Where's the Lord of Last Bastion? We have a message to deliver to him.
He arches an
Pretty sure it's the biggest house here.
He arches another eyebrow. He arches another eyebrow at you. Before he says anything, there's a slight commotion from outdoors, and he goes, "That may be him."
All right. Well, thank you.
So was there any real estate available? Seems like a lovely vacation spot for them.
He levels
For
a very
what?
nonplussed stare in the small halfling's direction, and then he just shakes his head. People are idiots. And then he stomps up behind the bar and goes over to an altar on the other side of the tavern, which is very openly decorated with symbols that are made in devotion to what seem to be the hells and devils and all things evil.
I'm curious, so I start to like see what's going on outside.
Townsfolk are now sort of coming out of their homes, and coming down the road towards you seems to be a large procession of armed guards and two mounted figures.
All right, so I turn back to the group. I'm just like, "Hey guys, there's some big thing happening.
Hey,
Cool.
well,
Let's go check it out.
yeah, let's go check it out.
Okay. Outside. So as the procession gets closer, you take note of the two mounted figures. One seems to be a very lordly looking person with a large sword strap sheathed as waist, black enameled plate armor, and you take note of the fact that his skin, which is visible upon his face, shines with an odd metallic sheen. And mounted next to him is a figure dressed in very exotic-looking armor with a mouth guard wrought in the shape of a snarling fanged mouth, and she appears to be female with long black and gold hair, and jutting out from her forehead are what appears to be two curling horns like that seem to be antlers. And sheathed at her waist are a long sword and a short sword, and across her back is slung a long bow and a quiver of arrows.
Important.
You then take note that some of the soldiers are dragging by chains around their neck, bound and hobbled figures that look like they have been imprisoned for a while, and some of which appear to have been beat within an inch of their lives. Then a guard slams his spear on the ground and goes, "Hear ye, hear ye! The Lord of Last Bastion has rooted out these foul and fell rebels. He shall now pass judgment upon them. All must witness this, so all may know his beneficence and his justice." The Lord looks upon them and then gestures to what appears to be his right-hand woman. She with a very strange and fluid grace, she just mounts from her horse and stalks towards the prisoners. You also take note that following around the horse like loyal dogs, or what appear to be scaly four-legged beasts that look like either a cross between giant lizards and dragons without wings. And the woman looks at the rebels and goes, "For the crime of rebellion against the Lord of Last Bastion, Lord Andre Kendeon, you have been found guilty. The sentence shall be passed, but in this you have a choice: exile to the forest or death."